Ever wondered why flags look the way they do? Well, you're in for a treat today as we embark on a fascinating journey around the world, one flag at a time. Flags aren't just pieces of fabric fluttering in the wind. They're symbols of identity, packed with history and meaning. They tell stories of struggles and victories, of cultures and traditions. Whether it's the stars, stripes, crosses, dragons, or leaves, every element holds a secret waiting to be unfurled. It's like a game of hide and seek, where the clues are hidden in plain sight. And the more we learn, the more intriguing they become. From the reds, whites, and blues to the lone stars and rising suns, flags are the silent narrators of our world's diverse tapestry. Delve back in time, and you'll find that flags have served as significant markers throughout history. They've been used in battles to identify friend from foe, in maritime navigation to communicate messages across vast oceans, and in modern times, they are a proud display of national identity and unity. Now imagine a world without flags. It would be like a book with no titles, a movie with no names, a song with no words. Flags give us a sense of belonging, a way to show the world who we are and what we stand for. But flags aren't just about the past. They're also about the present and the future. They evolve, just like we do. They change to reflect our societies, our values, and our aspirations, and that's what makes them so intriguing. Now you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but what about the trivia? Oh, don't worry. We've got a treasure trove of flag trivia waiting for you. From the most common colors to the most unique designs, we're going to explore it all. So, are you ready to dive into this colorful world of flags? To discover their stories, decode their symbols, and most importantly, to have some fun along the way? Because it's time to raise the curtain on our flag trivia. Ready to test your knowledge? Here comes our first flag question. Which country's flag was the first to use red, white, and blue? Now, hold on to your thinking caps, everyone. Give it a good guess. Could it be the United States or perhaps France? Well, drum roll, please. The answer is the Netherlands. Yes, that's right. The Dutch flag was the very first to sport the colors red, white, and blue. Its original version was actually orange, white, and blue, but the orange was later replaced by red. And here's a splash of fun fact for you. Did you know that the Dutch flag is one of the oldest tricolor flags still in national use today? It's been fluttering in the wind since the 17th century. So there you have it. The first red, white, and blue flag wasn't from where you might have thought. Surprised? Let's move on to the next one. Which country's flag is known as the Lone Star? Ponder on that for a moment. If your mind is spinning towards Texas, hold your horses. We're talking about countries here, not states. Ready for the reveal? Drum roll, please. And the answer is Liberia. That's right, the flag of Liberia, a West African nation, proudly displays a single white star in the top left corner of a blue square, with 11 alternating red and white stripes to its right. Now here's a fun tidbit about the Liberian flag. Those 11 stripes represent the 11 signatories of the Liberian Declaration of Independence, a nod to their history. The Lone Star? It stands for the freedom the ex-American slaves held when they established Liberia. It's like a little history lesson waving in the wind. Interesting, isn't it? Now on to the next flag. Which country's flag features a maple leaf? Pause for a moment and let your brain gears turn. If you're picturing a red leaf set against a white backdrop, you're on the right track. The answer is Canada. That's right. The grand, sprawling land of hockey, maple syrup, and breathtaking natural beauty. Now here's a fun tidbit about the Canadian flag. Did you know that the flag, also known as the maple leaf, didn't become the official flag until February 15th, 1965? That's almost 100 years after Canada became a country. The flag's design was selected after numerous debates and discussions, finally settling on the simple, yet striking maple leaf we see today. And guess what? The ratio of the flag's width to length is 2-to-1, making it twice as wide as it is tall. A unique feature for a unique country, don't you think? Did you guess it right? Let's continue our flag journey. Which country's flag is referred to as the rising sun? A moment to ponder then. Drumroll, please. The answer is Japan. Yes, the land of the rising sun's flag is as simple as it is profound. Known as the Nishoki in Japan, it consists of a white background with a crimson-red disc at the center. The red disc represents the sun, a vital element in Japanese culture, symbolizing brightness, positivity, and renewal. But here's a fun tidbit for you. Did you know that the Japanese flag is one of the oldest national flags in the world? Its design has been in use for over a millennium. Talk about a flag with a rich history. So the next time you see the Japanese flag, remember, it's not just a pretty design. It's a symbol of a culture that values the sun and its renewing powers. Isn't it fascinating? Let's dive into more. Which country's flag is known as the tricolor? Pause, let's allow the gears in your brain to turn a bit. Got your guess ready? If you're thinking France, then give yourself a pat on the back because you're absolutely correct. The French flag, famously known as the tricolor, is a symbol of freedom, equality, and brotherhood. It's made up of 3 vertical stripes of equal width. Starting from the flagpole, the colors are blue, white, and red. But here's a fun fact for you. During the French Revolution, the flag was actually reversed, with red being the closest to the flagpole. It's crazy, right? The tricolor has been fluttering high since the French Revolution in the late 18th century. It's seen some things, experienced some history, and continues to fly high, representing the spirit of the French people. How much fun is this? Ready for the next one? Which country's flag features a dragon? Let's take a moment to ponder that, shall we? Could it be a kingdom straight out of a fantasy novel? Or perhaps a land where dragons are seen as sacred creatures? Well, the answer is, drumroll please, Bhutan. That's right, folks. The flag of Bhutan proudly displays a white dragon known as the Druk across its middle. The Druk, in Bhutanese folklore, symbolizes the thunder that echoes in the lofty Himalayan mountains, earning Bhutan its poetic title, the Land of the Thunder Dragon. The Bhutanese flag is divided diagonally, with the upper part colored yellow, representing civil tradition, and the lower part colored orange, symbolizing Buddhist spiritual tradition. And guess what? The Druk is white to denote the purity of deeds and actions that unite all the diverse ethnic groups of Bhutan. Did you know that? Let's move on. Which country's flag features the Southern Cross constellation? Let's give it a moment to let the gears in your brain turn. Got an answer? Well, if you guessed Australia, then you've hit the bullseye. Yes, the Southern Cross, or Crux, a constellation visible in the Southern Hemisphere, graces the Australian flag. Now here's a fun fact to add to your trivia treasure chest. The Australian flag is one of the only 2 national flags in the world that include an astronomical constellation. The other is the flag of Brazil. On the Australian flag, the Southern Cross is represented by 5 stars. The 4 larger stars have 7 points each, and the smaller, or 5th star, has 5 points. This representation is a nod to Australia's geographical location and its connection to the night sky. Intriguing, right? Let's continue. Which country's flag is known as the Union Jack? Now take a moment, let those cogs and gears in your brain do their thing. Got an idea? Let's see if you're right. The flag known as the Union Jack belongs to none other than, drumroll please, the United Kingdom. Yes, that's right. The United Kingdom, the country famous for its royal family, the iconic Big Ben, and let's not forget the legendary band, the Beatles. But did you know the term Union Jack represents the union of different countries? The flag combines the emblems of 3 countries under one sovereign, the kingdoms of England and Wales, of Scotland and of Ireland. It's like a big happy family picture, but in flag form. Cool, right? And here's a fun fact to impress your friends with. The Union Jack is made up of several different elements. The red cross is St. George's Cross of England, the white cross is St. Andrew's Cross of Scotland, and the red diagonal cross is St. Patrick's Cross of Ireland. Wales, unfortunately, doesn't get a look in as it was already part of England when the first version of the Union Jack was designed. And you know what's even more interesting? The Union Jack has a correct way up. Yes, you heard me right. The broader white diagonal lines should always be at the top on the side of the flag, nearest the flagpole. Who would have thought flags could be so particular? So, next time you see the Union Jack, you can tell your friends not just where it's from, but also the history behind it and even how to hang it right. You'll be the life of the party, or at least the flag expert. Did you guess it right? We're nearing the end of our flag journey, but don't worry. We've still got a few more colorful surprises in store for you, so stick around and keep those guessing gears ready. Wow, you've made it to the end. How many did you get right? What an incredible journey we've had, exploring the vibrant and diverse world of flags. From the red, white, and blue stripes of freedom to the lone star symbolizing unity, every flag tells its own unique story, and each one of those stories is a thread in the tapestry of our global community. Remember the maple leaf, a symbol of the natural beauty that stretches across Canada, or the rising sun, a beacon of hope and renewal for Japan? And let's not forget the tricolor, a proud declaration of liberty, equality, and fraternity in France. Our journey also took us to the heart of Asia, where the dragon roars with power and prosperity on the flag of Bhutan. We then ventured down under to gaze upon the Southern Cross, a constellation that's guided sailors in the Southern Hemisphere for centuries. And of course, the Union Jack, a flag that's a blend of histories and identities, just like the United Kingdom itself. It's a symbol of unity, tradition, and diversity, much like the world of flags we've explored today. Each flag carries a piece of its country's soul, its history, its values, and its dreams. They're more than just pieces of cloth fluttering in the wind. They're stories waiting to be told, history's waiting to be learned. So why stop here? There are nearly 200 countries in the world, each with its own flag and story. Take this newfound knowledge and continue the journey. Discover the stories that lie behind the colors, symbols, and designs of flags from around the globe. Remember, learning is a never-ending journey, and every journey begins with a single step. Today, you've taken that step into the world of flags. Who knows where your curiosity will lead you next? Thank you for joining this flag journey. Remember, every flag tells a story. See you in the next video.